Hey everyone, welcome to Nerds Talk. I'm Mike.
And I'm Chris.
And today we are doing basically our discussion on the Nintendo Direct Mini that had taken place, what we thought about it overall, our opinions on it, things we were excited for, things we were disappointed with, and share that with you guys. And you can obviously let us know how you felt by dropping a comment below. Before we dive right in, I just want to do some quick housekeeping. So if you like to support us, you can subscribe to our channel. That'd definitely help us out. Like the video if you like our content, and as always, send us an email at nerdstalkinfo@gmail.com with any future topics you'd like us to discuss, anything you'd like us to cover. It doesn't have to be video game related, it could be movie related, it could be anything in nerd culture. We'd be glad to discuss that with you.
Definitely.
All right, so let's jump in. So Nintendo did a surprise drop for Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
It was under the blue. It wasn't planned. It wasn't tweeted about, the day before. It literally just, it's up. It's already up on their website. Nobody had any idea. So people were kind of scrambling to get content together about it. And it was kind of interesting because they call it a mini because it wasn't a full Direct. There was information that I guess wasn't ready for them to share yet. And they opened up with a whole COVID statement discussing there might be potential delays with the dates and stuff like that. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but maybe that's why they did a mini. Maybe there's certain content that they were prepared to show, and then they're like, you know what, we don't know where this is going to be based on these teams not responding, or maybe things have shut down and temporarily. So I think that's why they I guess shortened it and kind of made it less as spectacular as you'd expect it to be.
So that I would go definitely, when I first watched it, it was kind of just lackluster. It's like they kind of scrambled, and maybe they had a different idea of putting something bigger together, more content, more oomph. But then they're like, well, this developer is saying that they're going to be delayed because, they're not done, and then, their production may be closed or whatnot.
Yeah. So
I think because of all the information they're getting, they're like, well, these ones will be ready.
Mm-hmm.
We'll kind of cut and paste these, clips into this, and we'll kind of make a mini Direct instead of a full Direct and go that way. But it did make it a little bit lackluster and a little bit all over the place. I think they tried to fill in space with Directs that they've done already. Like the Animal Crossing, a lot of the information was already in the Animal Crossing Direct. The Pokemon, Sword and Shield, all that information was pretty much already in, for the most part, the Pokemon Direct. Mm-hmm. So it feels like they had a lot more planned. They only had a certain amount. They'll fill in the rest with the things that they already had from the past, just in case those certain people don't always watch. If they're not necessarily interested in Pokemon Go or Pokemon Sword and Shield, then they didn't watch the full Direct, and same with Animal Crossing. So I found that they kind of reused a lot of information, but they did what they could, I guess, for under these circumstances.
Absolutely. So we're not going to go through every single thing that they talked about. We're just going to pick at anything that stood out that you were interested in, or things that you really didn't like. So the couple big Nintendo games that were kind of showcased was the Xenoblade Remake that has been rumored to come out this year. So they showed more of that, and they showed that there's some new content being added on, which is cool.
A DLC or extra content kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not really a fan of the Xenoblade Chronicles series. I'm not sure if I'll give it a go, but I do like RPGs. It just wasn't there for me. I don't know. I just haven't, as much as I like Smash and I've played with Shulk, I haven't really had any connection to I really want to play this game. It looks grand, it looks big, but it just doesn't seem to be hooking me like a standard RPG does.
Yeah. I found nothing really stood out to me. I gotta play this.
Yes.
I like the 2K games that
announcements.
They announced, those would be good for if you like Borderlands and all those kind of games. Being able to take it on the go, just play whenever you want. Those are kind of games where you can just casually play if you want, or you can get really into it. So in order, if you want to take it with you, it's even better. So I like that they're bringing those kind of games to the Switch. New releases and announcements didn't really catch my attention that way. Same with the Animal Crossing, Pokemon Go. I already knew about it, so it's kind of just a repeat for that. But nothing really grabbed my attention on this one. No. So it's just a quick little Direct that they just want to throw some information, show that they're still relevant, still preparing for what they can, and going from there.
Yeah, a couple shadow drops that were available, a couple of smaller games, and then there was
a lot of demos.
So Bravely Default 2, I said on my live reaction that I'd probably give that a shot. I really liked Octopath, and Bravely Default has a different art style, but has a very similar combat system. So I figured, hey, it's a demo, it's free. I'll probably give that a go. Otherwise, if I didn't have a demo, I don't think I'd ever look twice at the game. But That's there. But the biggest announcement to me, that should have been the biggest announcement, ended up being
Smash.
really, yeah.
I was very disappointed with that.
What is like Smash Bros. Like, oh, here we go, we're gonna announce a new character, and it was like, okay, so we're working on it, whatever. It's gonna be a character from ARMS, and it's gonna come out in June, and it's like
And that was
no
it.
trailer, no nothing,
Yeah.
not even which character it is. I was like, why even say anything then? What's the point?
Yeah.
And it's only coming out in June, which is shocking to me. I was like,
It's already
well,
pushing it back.
yeah, well, it's so
For the-
February was the last character.
Yeah.
So you figured, okay, during that last month, in January, they're already done with the character, doing some final testing. He already knew the DLC. They already had discussed that new DLC is coming. I think it was in December.
Yeah.
That they announced it, that it was coming on Wave 2. So he's already had to have thought of the at least next 1 or 2 characters they're going to work on in this next batch of 6.
Yeah.
So at February, they would have already started working on this ARMS character. And the fact that they don't even have a reveal trailer for it, like, that's kind of shocking. And then they don't even say, like, it's this character coming.
Yeah.
Like, which one is it going to be? We already know
These
that.
are the moves. These are the, maybe
Something.
customizations. These are the costumes or
Yeah.
whatnot. And there might be partner or, there was no details about it. Just, it was coming from ARMS. They showed a little ARMS trailer of the gameplay, but they showed multiple different characters already from that. So, so no one knows who it is officially. Just it's from this ARMS game, and another lackluster kind of announcement.
Yeah,
and
like-
they just kind of went right into it. Oh, here's a special, Smash Brothers,
Yeah.
and the next character is from this. It's
Yeah,
just
and
like,
we don't know who it is. And so now it's like, so now we know it's coming in June, and the next big direct is probably going to be the E3 direct.
Yeah,
if the fact that this is what they threw it as a direct mini, I don't think they're going to do another direct in April and then just do it again in June. That's just too close together.
Yeah.
So I think this was it, and then the big one's going to be in June, which is disappointing, but it is what it is. The fact that they even announced the character just to say, oh, we're working on it, but it's going to be in June, that's a 4-month gap. Like, what are you, like, how are you going to get 6 characters out from June until next February?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't seem
It's
realistic.
going to be really tight.
So ARMS will be released in June, and then they're going to announce the second character, which was my expectation at E3. They'd announce this new character first, it would release, and then announce the next character at E3 and make it a double, like, Smash thing.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll start releasing 2 at a time.
But it's disappointing. Like, the fact that this is the character, and then you don't even make a big spectacle of it. So now it's like, okay, so we know it's an ARMS character. No one's really excited for that. Now when June comes around, okay, we know we're going to see a trailer for this Smash. Let's get it over with. We're not really excited for it. Like, we know it's ARMS. There's no surprise. And then on top of that, it's not like an exciting character to be looking forward to. So it's kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems like a really
They really
fumble.
dropped the ball.
Yeah.
I feel like they dropped the ball on this direct. No one's excited from the whole direct. Nothing really exciting or new was announced. And it just seemed like they could have gone without it.
Yes.
Might have been better if they didn't even do one and just said, we're saving it all for June when we do our E3 online one, whatever it may be. A full proper direct. Get all the games that you're going to have out. Not, it could be this date. These are the games that are coming out. Here's some demos that will eventually come out as well.
Yep.
Try them out. And then rehashing stuff that they've already gone through. Just skip the whole thing, save time, save the production, and just give it all in June.
That's it. So at this point, no talk about any of the big games that everyone's talking about. This Odyssey sequel, there was a leak prior to this direct being released on, I think it was Nintendo UK had posted something about an image that said something about Odyssey 2 revealed in the direct, and everyone was like, what? Didn't happen. So we know that we assumed that was going to be the case. There was no DLC for that game, and there's been DLC for almost every single game that they've come out.
Yeah.
The chances are they're just saying we're working on a
There's the
sequel.
second one. Yeah.
We know that it's Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is being worked on. No talk about that. Again, I expect that to be a big E3 reveal, but still, nothing. We know Metroid's been quiet for a while. We know that the Prime Trilogy is being worked on as well, and they'd probably release that before the new Metroid game. No talk on that either. Like, it's just been very quiet, and for this year, other than Animal Crossing being the biggest release for them that just happened and been absolutely destroying sales records for them, which is
especially
great.
for this time that is coming out, everyone
Yeah.
gets to go outside with that.
That's
right?
it.
So
That's it. So it's kind of like, I'm excited and hopeful that there will be a lot of stuff from the E3, but I don't want to have to wait that long.
yeah, and
That's crazy.
I'm a little disappointed. Nintendo's usually been really good, especially
Yes.
with their directs.
Yes.
And this is the first time I feel like they've taken a large step back on this. And it would maybe saved a little bit more face if they just said, you know what, due to everything that's going on, everyone would have understood. And it probably would have worked out better. But we're just going to push it till June. Share everything. Nothing really is coming out. The Shadow Drops they could just have released and said they didn't need to do a direct for it. But
Yeah. I mean, they shadow dropped the actual direct as it was, so they could have just shadow dropped the game information, but it was what it was.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's it. I mean, it was what it was.
Can't
it was
win them all, I guess.
Yeah.
So they tried, and with what they had, I guess they put the best thing that they could together.
That's right. So the biggest news at this point was the 2K games being released as soon as they are. And, you know, we know that there is a new Smash character coming. We all knew it was going to be, you know, that's what they're working on, but whatever. They announced that. And then Xenoblade. Those are the biggest standouts to me. That's like, oh, yeah, this is what's coming so far until like E3. Yeah. And then we know Pokemon, the first expansion will drop before E3. And then the second June, one right? After. Yeah. So it'll probably be right around that time.
Something like that after. Yeah, the second one.
And then... like, that's it. And Animal Crossing, we have an update already out, and the first event is Easter. It's going to be happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which they already mentioned in their
it's like, whatever.
Direct,
the smaller games that drop, some of them look pretty cool, but again, the names escape me. Bravely Default 2, new demo. It just usually when I watch the direct, I can just, like, regurgitate everything that hit, and it didn't. So,
yeah. A lot of the games are like, oh, okay, yeah, there's a third one of this. Okay, yep. Yeah. Haven't heard the first two, but
the Marvel DLC, we knew what it was. They announced it. It was going to be Fantastic Four. Yeah. Oh, it's Doom and Fantastic Four. Who could have guessed? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah, I agree. So there's 5 more characters for Smash that they're going to announce, right?
Yes, that haven't been revealed. So this
what
next
would be
your... is 6. Gino.
We know Gino, but what would be your other 4?
That's a good question.
So master.
So if I got Gino, I don't care what other characters they pick. I'd be happy. Like that's like that. Like my ultimate wish list was to have Banjo and King K. Rool in the roster, and they brought down this game, and Gino was the last one to have like my ultimate. Like every character I've ever wanted is in this game. What I would love to see is if they had another Zelda representation in there somehow. The most obvious ones are assist trophies like Skull Kid and Midna and stuff like that. It's just they're already assist trophies. Yeah. And then, you know, Springman was assist trophy, which is like the face of arms, and so clearly he's not going to be the character. So it's either going to be Ribbon Girl or another character that's just not like, again, on the box art, they're not like the main characters anyway. So what else could we go for? I mean, if we're going third party, we know that we've got Undertale as an outfit, so that's not going to be a character. So I'm going to say Ubisoft. I would say Ubisoft rep would be awesome. You can do an Assassin's Creed character, an assassin, very cool. Lots of gadgets and stuff to use.
You could switch the character looks as well for the different games.
Absolutely. And the other option would be Rayman is their kind of main mascot, and whether you do Rabbids or Rayman specifically would be the other fit there.
Yeah.
We know that now that ARMS is officially announced, and they already had ARMS spirits already in the game, then we know that having a spirit doesn't disqualify you, which is why I'm like, okay, Gino's back in the running because he had a spirit, so people are like, oh, he's definitely not going to be in this, but he's still in the running. So other than that, other than the Ubisoft rep, was there anything else that stood out to me? I mean, a lot of people were clamoring for Dixie Kong, but she's just going to be like, you know, how different than Diddy other than the spinning hair is she really going to be?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just trying to think, like, unless they made her, like, her and Kiddy Kong work together as, like, a 2-person team. I don't know if they do that. I'm trying to think what other franchises. Like, I don't want more Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah.
You know, another Pokemon could be cool, but we have a lot of them already.
There's a lot of Pokemon in there. I was thinking that as well.
The only other character that I would say would be fitting would be the last Mario cousin of Waluigi. You know, Wario's brother, essentially. So Wario is out. We have Mario and Luigi out. Waluigi is an assist trophy. If they just removed him from the game as an assist trophy and made him a full playable character, that would be awesome.
That would be.
And that way you get the 4 main guys there. But for third party, I can't think of anything else other than like the Ubisoft that really like grabs me. Like, oh, that'd be so awesome.
And fit into the game.
Like if they went Sony, which Sony would never, I don't think would ever join hands and let them do that. They wouldn't give them like Drake from Uncharted or any of like their big mascots, right? At this point, if they give them anything, it wouldn't be them. It would be Activision. It would be Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. There's no other characters that really like.
As long as they do Gino,
as long as they're Gino, I'm happy. I mean, if Xbox was going to have someone else, I'd prefer to have Master Chief over Doom Guy. I know Doom Guy's Bethesda, but like I don't really care about the Doom and just like another like a helmeted guy. Master Chief, in my opinion, is more iconic than Doom. But,
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, nothing else stands out. I mean, but for you, based on all the games you play, third-party games and stuff, is there any character that you would love to see if there was no like handcuffs, like if anything was possible, who would you like to see get thrown in there?
I'm always big on playing as a Pokemon in Smash and stuff like that, or the Mario characters, but they've really dove into all the Mario.
Well, I mean, they added Piranha Plant, so they could always go with a B tier, like
Yoshi or
Ghost,
anyone.
Boo. They could just add another enemy or something. But
yeah,
but I mean, another Pokemon. I always thought that the Decidueye was going to be a character when they announced Incineroar. I was shocked because they already have fires, they already have fighters.
Yeah.
So the grass would have been really cool. Plus, like the Archer idea of it and stuff. I just thought it would be a really cool option.
Yeah.
So they went with the Incineroar. So chances are, if they put another Pokemon, it'll be from the new game. And are they gonna? They're not gonna go with the Fire Bunny. What's his name?
I
can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cinderace. They're not gonna go with him.
Yeah.
So is it gonna be the water spy like sniper, or is it gonna be the monkey playing drums?
Yeah.
I'm like, but the monkey playing drums just seems so cheesy as a grass type. The Decidueye would be way better, but
I feel like they're just losing ideas or running out of ideas on creatures that they can create for this, but. Yeah.
So people want to have Ashley show up from Wario's games, from all the WarioWare games. So Ashley being like the witch magic user kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if they're gonna get a wand user, get Gino in there.
Yeah.
Hands down, way more popular than Ashley is, and it was on the Fire ballot. But yeah, I mean, I can't guess the last 6, but I mean, I definitely say if I was gonna get anyone, I'd want to get Gino. I'd want to get if I'm gonna go with a Microsoft rep, I'd probably go Master Chief. And then I'd be fine with Crash if they bring him in at this point, assuming that it doesn't take Gino out of the running.
Yeah.
And then, we got an ARMS. What else can they do? They got Splatoon in there. What other Nintendo IP is left at this point?
That's the thing, right? They're running
doing
out
everything,
of names and ideas.
Yeah.
So
it is.
It'll be interesting to see who they announce and what they can pull up. But I assume that most of these announcements might be a little bit lackluster.
Yeah.
But, oh, well. We'll see.
That's it. So there you have it, folks. Those are our thoughts on the Nintendo Mini Direct that took place this month in March. But let us know your thoughts. Were you really excited about a game? Were you disappointed with everything, the way that they announced it? Let us know in the comments below.
Did you even know about it?
Did you even know about it before it came along?
You go on YouTube and it's like, oh, what's all this stuff about Mini Direct?
That's it. Well, that's our thoughts. And as always, friends, stay nerdy.